everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I have something really fun in store for you all. In my Discord server a few days ago, a few of my friends and I were asking each other what minimum wage jobs and Wings of Fire characters would work if they were in the real world. I honestly found their answers so hilarious, so I thought it would be really fun if we went through these ideas and talked about them. A massive thanks to MK, Andoc, and Avril for making me laugh with these ideas. They're so insanely accurate, it's actually kinda crazy. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Doug1195, 3 Moons, Slightest Wild, Fizz, Thistle, Noobto, and PyroNuke. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to the social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Clay would definitely work at Popeyes. I just take him as the kind of dragon to be obsessed with fried chicken, and all the delicious food would keep him happy on break. He'd man the drive-thru for sure, and I just wouldn't trust Clay to be an Uber Eats driver, because if the drive is a bit too long, let's just say, don't expect all 5 chicken wings in the box. Jit would get fired. It's best to keep him on drive-thru duty. Tsunami would totally be a Target employee. I just take her as being an irritated cashier and stock person. I'm not sure, she just gives off major Target employee vibes, and this feels right to me. Stop, I'm literally imagining her in the red shirt, just giving the death stare to annoying customers. Do not let Tsunami come across a Karen, because I would actually have pity to whomever gives her sass. Glory is the perfect pick for Subway. It's a job done with usually 1 or 2 other people in the store at a time, and that'd be perfect for her. She would not want all that social interaction. Glory would definitely be pretty easy to make mad though, so be sure to ask for the cheese tights with slices that can be easily pulled apart with gloves. An annoyed Glory cooking up sandwiches would be crazy. Starflight would definitely volunteer at a local library instead of taking an actual job. He'd help out anyone who needs it and be the best they have. Starflight would honestly be perfect for this, as he's already a librarian at Jade Mountain Academy. And I find it very like him to choose a volunteer job instead of something like fast food or working at a store, you know? He'd just be that quiet and chill librarian who helps you find things. This next one is one of my absolute favorites from the ideas. Sunny would totally be a Chick-fil-A employee. She has the politeness and hardworking attitude for it for sure. I can imagine her saying "my pleasure" so well. I can just picture Sunny wearing the Chick-fil-A uniform at the job. I couldn't imagine anywhere better for her other than being a tutor or guidance counselor. But to start off, she'd be working at Chick-fil-A. She's perfect for it. Kinkajou would be a Starbucks employee. I mean, her working as a Starbucks barista just makes sense. Same with Anemone, if she could even agree to have a minimum wage job. Kinkajou is jittery and social enough to work well with most customers, and would make their coffee orders to perfection. Just don't let her get her talons on anything caffeinated. I think she has enough energy already. Now, this is my favorite of them all. Peril as a McDonald's employee. I even had my good friend Piper draw what this scene might be, and she nailed it perfectly. Just Clay coming through the drive-thru asking for Thanksgiving for 50 meal, just for Peril to be having a mental breakdown on the other side of the window. She'd cause the place to light up instantly. Honestly, she'd fit in so well at McDonald's, and I can see a scene like this perfectly in my head. Also, I love the W for Wings of Fire on Peril's hat instead of the classic M. But the amount of chaos in this picture is just perfect. Imagine Peril trying to fix the ice cream machine. She'd start hitting it out of anger and the whole place would blow. When it comes to the Jade Winglet, most of them would be too young for jobs. However, when he's older, Keeley would totally make for a good bartender. He has the charisma, charm, wit, and skill for it. I can't imagine anything better, honestly. It'd be cool to see an adult Keeley tending the bar, making drinks, and chilling with whoever comes in as for talking. It would be like paradise for him. One of the most accurate job ideas in this video to me is Sundew being a Burger King employee. Okay, I can't even explain how this one is perfect, but it just feels right, you know? I can see the uniform on her in my mind, and a very grumpy Sundew working at the front counter as a cashier. She's yet another dragon I think you shouldn't remind about a forgotten sauce in your bag. And Karens, beware. Sundew will send them out of that building in tears, and probably get fired in the process. And the last one, Snowfall as a Ben & Jerry's employee. I mean, isn't this just perfect? Snowfall serving ice cream would be super funny, and I can imagine how irritated she would also be at annoying customers. This would be hilarious. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you could think of minimum wage jobs for other Wings of Fire characters, comment them down below. I'd be so happy to see what you guys can come up with, because these were gold. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.